David Tapp here with one of my baseball idols growing up in the Bay Area as a Giants fan, Matt Williams. Matt, thanks for joining us here. You were the manager of the Washington Nationals. As somebody who's maybe a decade or so older than the players you were coaching, especially a guy like Bryce Harper, how hard is it or how easy is it to relate to somebody that much younger than you were?
Well, it's a different age today. The pressures that they have today are just immense. You got the media pressure, certainly. Everybody that wants a story certainly has a phone or a microphone or a tablet or whatever it is. So there's that pressure. The social media pressure is immense too. Today everybody's a brand, and so that pressure is on these guys too. Then they have to go out and play 162 games and do well and play well and win a playoff game or whatever it is. So it's not easy for them. So to try to relate to them, you just try to understand them, understand what they're going through. The game's always the same. You catch it, you hit it, you throw it, all that. But these guys have a little bit different pressure on them than we did, for sure.
And there's the internationalization of the game. I mean, it's grown leaps and bounds. I mean, there's a lot during your time, but even more now, players from all over the globe.
Yeah.
Does that make it harder or easier to manage to relate to what you want to talk to them about?
Well, it depends. It depends on where they're from and what language they speak. Oftentimes, it's important to be able to translate not only what you're saying, but what you mean to a guy that's where English isn't his first language. So that's a challenge, but it's part of it. It's once we get on the field, and once they put the spikes on, the language is all the same. But to try to communicate is a challenge sometimes too. Now,
the Giants-Dodgers rivalry. You were in the middle of it.
Yeah.
How real is that rivalry?
Oh, it's real. It's real, and it's it was there long before me, for sure. But it's good for the game. It's good for the division. It's good for the state. It's good for each fan base to have that rivalry. And the games mean something. Games in April mean something, which is important to ball clubs and important to your tradition of trying to establish winning.
Now, what is it like to become a teammate of somebody once you're both part of the Giants-Dodgers rivalry? Because Orel Hershiser, you had a celebrated moment with him during the rivalry, and then you're teammates with the Indians later on. Yeah. So what's it like that this guy you're supposed to hate, now all of a sudden you're teammates years later?
That's just called competition. That's all it is. So on any given day, he's out there to get me out. I'm out there to get a hit, and we're both there to win. And so, it's just competition. It's part of the rivalry. It makes baseball what it is. And later on, actually about 3 years later, we were teammates, and it was all good.
Now, question about two more of your teammates, Barry Bonds, Curt Schilling. Both of them belong to the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, for me, I don't have an opinion on it because I don't vote. So I'll leave that to other folks. I know that, for a time, Curt was one of the best pitchers I ever saw. And for my life, Barry was the best hitter I ever saw. So I'll leave it at that.
And finally, you are known for your Babe Ruth impression.
Yeah.
Can we get a little bit, 5 seconds of Babe Ruth?
I haven't done the Babe since the last time I did Babe. So it's one of those things that you have to leave because I can't do it any better. And it would be a disappointment for everybody else if I tried it again. So the tape is there. I haven't done it since, and I will take that till the day I'm no longer here.
Well, you're looking a lot more fit,
Well, no, yeah, it's getting there. So it's at some point I may look like him. I don't know if I could do the Babe anymore though.
All right, no Babe Ruth, but we do have Matt Williams. Matt, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, man.